Well, that music can only mean one thing, and that means it's time for another edition of BJB Banter Today. I'm your host, Tim Kruger. Thanks for joining us. Hit that subscribe and like button. It helps us out a ton. We're going to give you a Creighton sports update today and look ahead to the weekend. But first, we want to talk about Infusion Brewing. FusionBrewing.com. Go there, check out all the times when their tasting room is open, because you'll want to go there and check out all the new fall beers they have in stock, as well as some of your favorites. Check it all out. Great tasting room, great place to relax and enjoy some really, really fabulous locally made beer right here in Omaha. So check them out. That's InfusionBrewing.com. Also, our newer sponsor, RTI Threads, RTIthreads.com. Go there. Not too early to start Christmas shopping, right? So go there and get all your gear for all your family, all your Creighton gear. They've got T-shirts, hats, polos, sweatshirts, caps, you name it. They have it. All Creighton logo. They are the official and exclusive apparel sponsors of Blue Jay Banner. So check them out. That's RTIthreads.com. Okay, well, let's get into what's been going on. First of all, the volleyball team continues to roll. They're just steamrolling everybody. Got good news over the week. They had for a guy who does bracketology for basketball, they had a similar reveal. And Creighton came up number 10, which is huge, because if they were to move up a little bit and get to 8, they would be very much in line, not only host first weekend, but also second weekend, which would be a huge advantage for the Jays to move on to the Final Four. So good news there. They continue to roll. This weekend, they go on the road, take on Providence and UConn. And then the following weekend, Halloween on a Friday, so they're going to have an 11:30 match at DJ Sokol Arena on Halloween. So it'll be in the morning, so that'll be kind of a treat. And then followed up with a Sunday or Saturday match against their arch nemesis in the Big East, Marquette, who they handled very easily the first time. We'll see how this time goes. Men's soccer, kind of disappointing tie, but they tied nonetheless. They moved to 3-1-1 in conference, so that's the good news. They're now 7-3-3 overall, and they had a tie with DePaul. They take on Butler on the road, 12 noon on Saturday. And then the women got a win over DePaul. They are now 5-7-3, 2-3-2 in conference. They moved to 5th place in the conference schedule, and they are now right there in line to get a postseason bid, so that's exciting as well. Cross country, I think we mentioned they're hosting the Big East Championships on the 31st at the Olson Cross Country course out of Mahoney. They took care of everything. Both the men and women defended their titles in the recent meet out there, and they're getting set for the Big East Championships, as I said, on the 31st. Before we talk a little bit about Basketball Media Day, we do want to kind of do some housekeeping here. Number one, make sure you, make sure you check Thursday. We'll have an exclusive interview with head coach of your Indiana Hoosiers, Darren DeVries, as we do our series on former Jays assistants and where they are now, and in Division I basketball, head Division I basketball coaches. So check that out. A lot of good stuff in there, and a lot of reminiscing about D-Rock's time here at Creighton and what made him the coach he is today. Also, if you haven't had a chance, check out our post-game show from last Friday night from the Iowa State game. It's been one of our most watched exhibition post-games we've ever had. So a lot of good information in there. Players and coach. We had Coach Murfeld and Josh Dix after his first game at Creighton. Then the media day. So the Jays projected third. Get 3 guys on the all-tournament teams, all-conference teams, I should say. All-tournament, getting ahead of ourselves there. All-conference teams. And obviously getting set to take on Colorado State. in their last exhibition game Saturday, 6 p.m. Start. Hey, just to FYI, so you know what kind of a mess the traffic was down there with all the construction going on. So go down early. It's a Saturday. You can go down early, go to Let It Fly Sports Bar, have something to eat, have something to drink, get ready for the game, go to the game, and then afterwards come over to Let It Fly, and you can view our post-game there, our post-game show as well, where we'll have a player and coach once again. The women's were picked 5th. Women's team was picked 5th in the Big East, about really, I think, where Flan thought they would be with their incredible turnover of their roster and their new players jumping aboard. So to get all the coverage of that, go back to Tuesday, the day everything was announced. Go back there and see, check out that podcast if you haven't seen it, because we really break down the conference standings 1 through 11 and break down all the first, second, and third teams as well. We have a lot of disagreements with where they place some of the teams, and disagreements with the first, second, and third team where they place some of those players as well. So check that out. We had some problems with where they put some of the Creighton guys, and some of the other Big East teams, especially down at the bottom. So check that out. That was on Tuesday's show. So you can check out all our shows. If you've missed any of them at all, check them right here on the Blue Jay Banter podcast page. I want to mention RTI Threads again because we're going to do tons of giveaways and promotions with them throughout the season on our postgame show. If you do not subscribe to our channel, you won't be eligible for those. So make sure and hit that subscribe button. Plus, you get to know when our shows drop because they drop at different times throughout the week, mostly in the morning, mostly early in the morning, but they're different times. This way you'll get a notification, hey, it's dropped. You can go on there, listen to the show. So make sure you hit subscribe and be on the lookout for all of our fantastic promotions we're going to have with RTI Threads. By the way, if you have a company that'd like to do the same kind of thing and promote your company to Jays fans, give us a shout out at bluejaybanner@gmail.com. That's bluejaybanner@gmail.com. We'd be happy to get you aboard here as well. In the coming days, we're going to again have our preview on Friday of the game. So we're going to do a game preview all the time. So myself and Mike Rochon will take care of the game preview on Friday, getting you ready for the Saturday game against Colorado State. We'll look at Colorado State, what they have, and kind of look at what Creighton did in the opening exhibition game and what you can expect on Saturday. Then in the next week, we kind of have a down week, really. No games going on. So we'll get back to having the ever popular feature of Random J of the Week, our competition between different people. And we added Joe last week from Jay's Classic, who was victorious. So we'll probably bring Joe back again and see if we can have another fabulous edition of Random J of the Week. Also, make sure post your comments, questions down here in the chat feature. We'd like to hear from you. Like to hear what kind of questions and comments you have. We typically on Thursdays do a news and notes segment. We don't have any news and notes. We kind of covered everything from that. So in that section, we'd also like to have like a Q&A. So put those questions in there and we'll answer them as well. So again, the big takeaways, we got the volleyball on the road. Got men's soccer on the road at Butler. We got women at home, and then the cross-country championships not for another week. But we do have the huge exhibition game, obviously, on Saturday at 6 p.m. against Colorado State. So a short edition, get you caught up on everything going on. Thank you so much, and we'll see you again here tomorrow.